Saying of too many goods to make room, because it will not apply. But bearing in mind what the majority see as goods, you will hear and readily accept what the comic poet says as a fair comment. Even the majority can intuit this difference. Otherwise, this saying would not both cause offense and rejection, while at the same time we take it as a telling and witty comment on wealth and the privileges of luxury and fame. Go on, then, and ask whether we should value and judge as goods those things which, when we have thought of them, would probably apply to their owner, to say, he is so rich, he has no room to shit. I am made up of the casual and the material. Neither of these will disappear into nothing. Just as neither came to be out of nothing, so every part of me will be assigned into changed place in some part of the universe, and that will change again into another part of the universe, and so on to infinity. A similar sequence of change brought me into existence, and my parents before me, and so back in another infinity of regression. Nothing forbids this assertion, even if the universe is subject to the completion of cycles. Reason and the art of reasoning are faculties self-determined by their own nature and their own products. They start from the relevant premise and follow the path to the proposed end. That is why acts of reason are called right acts, signifying the rightness of the path thus followed. One should pay no attention to any of those things which do not belong to man's portion incumbent of him as a man being. They are not demanded of a man. Man's nature does not proclaim them. They are not consummations of the nature. Therefore, they do not constitute man's and either, nor yet any means to the end. That is good. Further, if any of these things were incumbent on a man, then it would not have been incumbent on him to disdain or resist them. We would not commend the man who shows himself free from need of them. If these things were truly goods of a man who fails to press for his share of any of them, could not be a good man. But in fact, the more a man deprives himself of these or such like, or tolerates other depriving him, the better a man is. Motherfucker. Your mind will take on the character of the most frequent thoughts. Souls are dyed by thoughts, so die your own with a succession of thoughts like these. For example, where life can be lived, so can a good life, but life can be lived in a palace. Therefore, a good life can be lived in a palace. Again, each creature is made in the interest of another. Its course is directed to that for which it was made. Its end lies in that to which its course is directed and where its end is. There also, for each is its benefit and its good. It follows that the good of a rational creature is community. It has long been shown that we are born for community, or was it not clear that inferior creatures are made in the interest of the superior, and the superior in the interest of each other? But animate is superior to inanimate, and rational to the merely animate. To pursue the impossible is madness, and it is impossible for bad men not to act in character. Nothing happens to any creature beyond its own natural endurance. Another has the same experience as you, either through failure to recognize what has happened to him, or in a display of courage. He remains calm and untroubled. Strange, then, that ignorance and precision could be stronger than wisdom. Pretension should be stronger than wisdom. Things of themselves cannot touch the soul at all. They have no entry to the soul and cannot turn or move it. The soul alone turns and moves itself, making all externals presented to it cohere with the judgments it thinks worthy of itself. In one respect, man is something with the closest affinity to us, and that is our duty to do good to men and tolerate them. But in so far as some are obstacles to my proper work, man joins the category of things indifferent to me, no less than the sun, the wind, a wild animal. These can impede some activity, yes, but they form no impediments to my impulse or my disposition, because here there is conditional commitment and the power of adaptation. The mind adapts and turns around my obstacle to action to serve its objective. A hindrance to a given work is turned to its furtherance. Any obstacle in a given path becomes an advance.